up everyone? This is my bus and she is for sale. So I wanted to give you guys a tour so you can see how big she is, what the inside looks like, empty, and how the paint job is all around the outside. I bought this bus in 2016 and she had about 25,000 miles on her. She has around about 28-ish, something like that now. And was running really well until the engine needed a little bit more repair than what my business could afford. So for right now she is still mobile, but she will need some help to be back on the road. I used the bus as a wandering boutique. I traveled all up and down the East Coast and set up at festivals and markets and all kinds of groovy places to vend, and met some really amazing people and had a great time. So this is Meraki, that's her name. Let's go on a walk around of the outside of the bus. So the whole bus was sanded, cleaned, and painted with this white color, 2 coats. And then wherever you see color, there's another 2 coats of color. So where there's color, there's 4 coats of paint. So you should be good on rust. All the design and everything was painted by hand. So there's like some light brush marks. If that's your thing, it looks really hand done, handmade, I guess. When she does sell to whoever is buying this bus, I'm happy for you to leave all this graphic design and decor on the outside of the bus, but I'll just have you or myself, prior to selling of the bus, paint over the logo. Don't mind my muddy boots, we live in the swamp, but this is the best way to get to the roof. And then from here, you put your foot up here, step up, and climb up. And then the fun part is coming right down. It isn't so smooth. It's been a while. This is the other side of my sweet bus. I had a friend from the Good of the Hive paint on this bee that is gonna stay for you, whoever owns it. She's flying away from this honeycomb and is also hand painted. This back side of the bus has a door here and a lock, and this bolt will come with it. You just turn the handle and open. Better mind your head sign, because so many people bump their heads up here whenever you're climbing in. These steps, if you want them, you're welcome to have them. They were built for the back end traffic of my shop, so you can go in and out through this door here. I also painted this by hand. This is where the handicap lift was. I removed the handicap lift and also added a bolt up here for you to lock. This door also opens up to the outside. And at one festival one year, I started working on this drawing over here. I never finished it and never sealed it, so it needs a little bit of repair. But also, if you wanted to paint over it, you could. It's totally up to you, but it's just another little piece of art that comes with the bus. Also, if you're using this as a boutique and not a home, I've set up hanging racks, so these kind of swing a little bit. But I'd set these up so if you were opening up to the outside, instead of having to like constantly put racks inside and outside. Sorry, that scared me. Sorry about that, I had to grab the baby. So, back to this door. If you are using this as a boutique, you can have it with suspended or however you would build out your clothing racks. I had suspended mine, that way clients and shoppers from outside could come and shop from the bus directly without me having to put any racks outside the bus. It just made less work for me and was also appealing to my customers. So let's keep going. Input for diesel is here. She runs on diesel, so that's pretty sweet. If turning her into a biodiesel is something that you're interested in, then that's also an option. And real quick, all these tires are in really good shape. They have a really good grip, about that deep still. I did have to get one tire replaced I guess last year, no, 2017, because we just hit the new year. So I did get one tire replaced. Believe it was the front right. There was a nail in it from our next door neighbors building their house. So you have one super brand new tire and the rest are reasonably new as well. This down here potentially is storage. I couldn't tell you though because it doesn't open. It's a secret box that doesn't open. Let's go inside. So this is the interior. We did not redo any of the insulation, but we have beadboard that we installed here on the ceilings, and then I ran string lights so that I could have nighttime shoppers at my festival events that you plug in at the front of the bus. They're just staple gunned to the ceiling, so you could always remove them and redesign where you would want them to hang, but that can come with the bus, and I'm happy for you to have them as a part of the price. We painted the whole interior, so it probably needs another light coat if you want to give it an update. We also installed all these reclaimed wood panels onto the floor and bought them from a reclaimed lumber yard. And they are attached directly onto plywood, which is directly onto the metal floor of the bus. So as far as insulation underneath the floor, there isn't any, but you could also install some if you wanted to. So the name of my bus is Meraki. It means to do something with soul, creativity, or love, leaving a piece of yourself into what you are doing. And this is the Capitan's chair. She has about 29,000 miles on her. She has a full tank of diesel gas. And the engine is a front engine and is up here. And there is also a lap belt, seat belt. These two boxes down here are where the wheel wells are, so they technically need to stay there. If you would want to reinvent how they're designed out, then you could. This one has the shelf system built in. I use that for also display and storage for my business and product. It is permanently installed and attached to the bus, but you could remove it if you wanted to, but that lumber would be for you. All this paint is the paint for the exterior of the bus. There's some that are more full than others, but you're welcome to keep them. That way you can match the paint to the exterior. This is painted with chalkboard paint, so if you wanted to use it as a chalkboard, you could. I never sealed these small holes that were here from where the AC unit was, but you can also see that there's fiberglass insulation all around the bus that we did not update. So all these windows have snaps and slide open like this. So they all open that way, as well as I will show you a special way that they also open. But I also wanted to give you guys like a rough concept, a few different ideas that we brainstormed about ways that you could lay out the bus. Depending on whether or not if you wanted to convert her into a trailer or if you wanted to keep her as a bus and get the engine repaired. All of this would be gutted out, and I would set up a sofa space and put up a shelf up here and have hanging plants so you could have a nice conservatory like sofa lounge area. It could also be a twin bed, and that bed would just fit in right here. Everything underneath would be gone and this chair would be gone, so you'd have plenty of storage under there. You could come in and have this whole front space be kind of like kitchen, lounge space, and then here you could have a sofa on this side as well that would then extend out to be one bigger bed, so that you could have that also as a space for a guest, or you could have the front space as a guest space, or you could have that for a kid, whatever you'd prefer. And then here at the back you could have a nice shower space, toilet room, storage, and if you were having this as a permanent install, it would be really awesome if you could have a wraparound deck. That way you could come out this way and kind of like exit whichever way you would prefer. So the other reason that you would think about maybe wanting to lay it out with regards to like thinking about these windows is because they do something really awesome. So lifting these up, this window here, this window here, and two on this side are all emergency exit windows, and they're really huge. So with just a gentle push, they open up wide. And I just use these bamboo cut ends, like with notches, and if you just hook them. Okay.
That's good.
Okay, yeah. So if you just hook them onto the edge of this and the tip of this, you could obviously like rig something up that maybe is a little bit more your style, something that would be a little bit more permanent, or add even like a hinge so that it's easier to open and close. But all of your windows open up big and wide like that so that you have a nice breeze coming in. So that's also a plus. Back about the engine, really the issue of the bus. There's a toggle here. You just pull it open, and then there's a peg for you to keep it open. Everything is running good. The batteries are good. We actually had to buy a new one and replace it, so that's also been done. We've had a lot of different things done to the engine, and really the biggest issue is the main bearing. So if you know someone, or if you are someone that is willing and able to kind of work around that repair, then that's really what she needs. But all her fluids are good, her oil is good, her coolant is good. She has glow plugs that have been repaired, and everything else was in good condition. Like I said, I drove her all the way up to Massachusetts, all the way down to Florida, to Ohio, all kinds of places. So while we were on the road, she really did a good job driving. So if you're interested, this sweet bus could be yours. I'm happy for you to reach out. You can find me on my website, which is just moonflowerchild.com, and you can contact me through the Contact Us page, send me a message, or you can also find this listing on the Tiny House Listings website, and the link will be in the description below.